What up, y'all? It's your boy with a God. Today on the Book of O, I'm talking about the top 3 stupid beliefs going on in society right now. Alright? Now, when I say stupid, I don't mean uninformed or inexperienced. Like for instance, someone that like grew up in a village where there's no internet, no nothing like that. Saying they're stupid because they can't use a cell phone or something like that, that doesn't make sense. They're just inexperienced and uninformed. Same thing with, let's say, if it's a virgin, right? You're saying a virgin is stupid when it comes to sex. They're not stupid. They're just inexperienced and, uninformed probably. But stupidity is someone who grew up around phones, grew up around the internet and shit like that, right? And they choose to act like they don't know how to use a phone. Same thing, let's say if somebody you said, oh, is stupid at sex, right? Or they're bad at sex or whatever. They probably have, and they have experience having sex. They have information when it comes to sex and stuff like that, but they choose not to apply. They choose not to learn from their past experiences. So they're still bad at it, which makes them stupid in that regard, okay? So I'm making this video because right now society has been choosing the path of least resistance. Softness, weakness, you could, lack of courage. Really what it is a lack of preparation. People, for whatever reason decide to not prepare themselves for bad shit that could happen. When you see this, like when it comes to people trying to deal with physical altercations or physical confrontations, they will hide, duck and hide or whatever like that because they are unprepared for something like that to happen. So they back down, they tuck their tail, they submit because they're unprepared. They didn't work out. They, don't take care of themselves, or they are inexperienced and uninformed in the art of self-defense. All right. So that's stupidity. And that's what we're seeing right now with a lot of people in society. Some people call them sheeps or whatever like that. But what is people who are unprepared and have a fear of being uncomfortable or a fear of loss. So they're buying into these stupid beliefs. Now, what are the top 3 stupid beliefs? I'm going to say them now. So for the people who, just want to know what the fuck they are and want to leave, could just leave. But I will be breaking down each one. I put these up also on my Instagram at Oh The God. So if you want, you can check that out. There's going to be more beliefs on there. Make sure y'all follow me too. All right. So now the top 3 beliefs, right, that are stupid. Number 1 is healthy people spreading illnesses and diseases. Very stupid, because if you're healthy, how could you spread an illness or a disease if you're fucking healthy, right? That's 1. 2, believing there's integrity without accountability. Believing someone is going to genuinely do something good, right, when they benefit off of your misfortunes and there is no consequence off of doing something wrong to you. Think about, with parents, with relationships, with jobs, with kids. If there is no accountability, if there is no consequence, the integrity would not be there. There is no reason to, do good by you. There is no reason for something to be beneficially good if there is no consequence for it being wrong for you. You feel me? That's normal. The third one is submission leading to freedom. There is no example throughout history of submitting and ending up being free. Okay? Now I'm going to dive into all 3 of these. I'm going to give you examples and analogies and stuff real quick. But I don't want to get too deep into it. I'll do it on another episode. So healthy people spreading diseases. All right. People have bought into this notion that, oh, you don't know if you're healthy unless you get tested. That is so fucking stupid. We all know how it feels to be sick, right? Runny nose, headache, fever, you feel weak, you feel tired, right? You're out of breath easily, you see some shit on your skin, your eye color, something is off. That's how you know something is wrong. Something is off. If nothing is wrong, there is no signs that something's wrong with you at all. You feel just fine. You're fucking healthy. You don't need to give up your power to another entity to tell you that you're healthy or you're sick. All that belief brings is stress, fear, and anxiety. That's all it does. It brings you stress, fear, and anxiety if you buy into that. So it's the point of it is to give you fear. The point of it is to fear you into willingly committing to a decision that someone wants, right? There are examples of this in jobs. There are examples of this in relationships as well, right? You see this in a relationship with people. Let's say they don't want somebody to leave them or they don't want somebody to go out. Let's say you don't want your significant other to go out, right? But you don't want to tell them not to go out because you don't want to seem insecure or controlling. What do? You put the fear in the air so that way they could make the choice that you want. Like, let's say a girl with a boyfriend or something like that, right? She doesn't want him going out. She might tell him that, oh, you don't know if it's dangerous over there. You don't know this is over there. You don't know what's going to happen, blah, 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 this and that. And the fourth, he thinks about it, thinks about the risk and stuff like that because she put that fear in him. And now he decides not to go out. Same thing with a guy with a girl, right? He puts the fear in her head. Oh, nah, I heard this happened over there. That homegirl you're going out with, she's done this and that in the past. You don't know what time she's on now. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, person keeps thinking about it, and fear makes them willingly commit to the decision that you want. And it's the same thing with this whole, convincing people that you're sick until proven healthy. It makes no fucking sense. And people are buying into it, once again, because it's the path of least resistance right now. Okay? So, and that's a stupid belief. Me just saying it makes no fucking sense. Healthy people spreading diseases sounds fucking stupid. And you're seeing this with this whole, vaccinated, non-vaccinated and shit like that, right? I've seen people talking about they don't want to be around unvaccinated people. Yet, these people eat like shit, smoke hookah, and drink alcohol, right? 3 things that are bad for your health that cause bigger problems, big issues, lower your lifespan, right? And they believe that unvaccinated people are the most dangerous thing to their health, yet they're putting garbage and poison in their body. But someone who's unvaccinated, because they're healthy, you want to stay away from them. That's because you're stupid. All right? Now, next, integrity without accountability. If there is no consequence for something, people will likely not pick, the better route. For instance, I'm going to go back to a relationship because it's what most of us could resonate with, right? So let's say you're with someone and, regardless of if they cheat or they talk to you wrongly or whatever like that, you still stay with them. Is that person going to stop cheating? No. Is that person going to stop talking to you the wrong way or treating you wrongly if no matter what you stay? You see this example, in society. If a dude catches his girl, continuously cheating on him and sleeping with other guys, right? Sneaking guys into his house while he's away at work and she's home. And he keeps on catching her, but, she still has access to his bank account. He doesn't kick her out the house and he doesn't leave her. Is she going to stop? No. If people can have their cake and eat it too, they will. All right? So, with these jabs, there is no accountability if something goes wrong. So pharmaceutical companies, they benefit off of sick, ill, weak people. That's how they make money, off of sick, ill, and weak people. So if they're in charge of making a product and there is no consequence if this product makes you sick, ill, and weak, what's going to stop them from putting something in that product to make you sick, ill, and weak? There is no consequence. Oh, the integrity, people wouldn't do that. That's fucked up. A lot of fucked up shit's happening. And as long as there's no consequence, fucked up shit will keep on happening. You see the same thing with police officers and the black community. All right? As long as there's no consequence for killing an unarmed black person or harming them or locking them up, they're going to keep on doing it. There is no consequence, and they benefit off of it. The more people a cop arrests, the more arrests he gets, the more people he gets charged and stuff like that. It looks better on his record. It looks like he's taking crime off the streets. So if there's no consequence for doing it wrongly, he's going to keep on doing it because it's a numbers game. So to expect integrity when there's no accountability is stupid. And people know better. People have experience. People have information and stuff like that. They know better. Yet they still choose to believe in integrity with no accountability because it's the path of least resistance, because they're not prepared to go to counteract whatever they're trying to push on them. Okay? They're being lazy and they're choosing the stupid belief. So then people are being stupid. All right? Now, the third one, all right? Submission leading to freedom. Let's use this country as an example, right? If black people stayed as slaves, stayed submitting, didn't fight back, didn't try running away, didn't try doing anything, just submitted, what would this world look like right now? Do you think they would have ever been free? You think that they would ever become athletes, celebrities, business owners, be able to vote, have Obama as a fucking president and shit like that? You think that would have ever happened if they just submitted to slavery? No. Same thing with women. Women in the past were not allowed to choose their husbands. Their husbands was chosen for them. If they would have just submitted to that and just let that be and didn't fight back, didn't run away, didn't do all these things in order for them to have the freedom to choose who they want to be with, what do you think the world will look like right now? Same thing with women with voting and, with working. If they just submitted, didn't fight for their freedom, they unite, didn't prepare and plan and stuff like that for them to have the right to vote, for them to have the right to work and stuff like that, do you think they'll be voting and working right now? No. Throughout history, submission just leads to worse shit to come. Nobody changes the way they treat you by the way you're submitting. Oh, just submit and this will happen. Oh, just submit and you'll get your freedom back. That makes no fucking sense. What your submission does is that, all right, I threatened you with this, I used this against you, and you let me do this to you? Okay. Now I'm going to take it a bit further. Now I want this. And I'm going to threaten you the same exact way. And let's see if you let me get away with this. Okay, that works. Now we'll do the same thing with something else, and something else, and something else. All right? What's an example of this? Relationships again, right? Let's say there's a guy who a woman relies on 100% financially, right? He owns the house, he owns the car, he's the one that makes money and shit like that. So without him, she's basically fucked. Even though right now the law protects her, the court of law will give her the car, will give her the house, and all that shit. But let's say before this happened, right? He would threaten her with that. Oh, you want to go out with your homegirls and shit like that? Not with my money. Oh, you want to have people over and shit like that? Not in my house. Oh, you want to go, I don't know, you want to go to a fucking salon, you want to go this and that? Not in my car. And he could keep on threatening her with those things. and keep on making her do what he wants her to do. So those are examples. Parents do that shit with kids too. They'll keep on threatening their kids with certain things in order to get their kids to submit to what they want them to do. Now, with parents, it's typically for the betterment of the child. But in relationships, it's usually for the betterment of one party when they're able to threaten you into submission. And that's what's going on right now. You're being threatened into submission. And you guys got to understand, look at history. People have experience, people have the information that submission never leads to freedom. So the fact that they're choosing submission, or they believe that submission leads to freedom, is stupid. It makes no fucking sense. So, as I said, people are choosing the path of least resistance because they are unprepared. Prepare yourself. Dumb shit is coming. Here's something else that you should prepare yourselves for, all right? Here's something else. They already threatened you with your privileges, right? They already threatened you with, going out to eat, going to parties and stuff like that, right? And when that didn't work, what they do next? They use your jobs. Now, if that doesn't work, what's the next thing that they could threaten you with? And they always start with cities because cities have the most dependent people. Big cities like New York, LA, and Chicago, people are unarmed because of the gun laws. A lot of people don't have cars. Also, people can't grow their own food and stuff like that, right? They are all they're dependent on transportation. They're dependent on, police and stuff like that to defend them. They're dependent on supermarkets and other people making their food and shit. They are 100% dependent. So they will always use these mandates or try to force things on the cities first, where the most dependable people are at. So what's the next threat coming for whatever mandate? Think about it. It's going to be food. Joe Biden already has hinted at a food shortage. And remember, the same person that pushed tracking system, that pushed the vaccine, that warned about a virus, was none other than the same person that owns the most farmland in this country right now. So that person themselves could create a food shortage. They feel like it because they own the most farmland. All right? Keep that in mind and prepare yourselves. That way you don't have to buy into beliefs that you know are stupid and become stupid yourselves. All right? This is your boy with a God. I'll catch y'all next time. One.